The Fox 61 News at 6 starts now.
But first, it's game day for UConn women Huskies as they have their first top 10 matchup of the year. They're facing off against the number 6 Michigan Wolverines, and it's a game many fans are excited to see. Thank you so much for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 6. I'm Annette Montgomery. Now, both teams are undefeated, but that isn't for much longer. Fox 61's Jalen Anderson is inside Mohegan Sun Arena. Now, Jalen, we've been checking in with you for about an hour now. How's it feeling out there right now?
It's feeling good. The crowd is growing. You know, got 2 hours before tip-off, so tip-off is at 8 o'clock. So the fans have been coming in. I've been seeing a lot of UConn fans lately. So, you know, I had a lot of trivia questions, so I got some UConn fans over here. So I'm finna slide on over here. What's your name, man?
My name is Kelly.
Okay, now, who's your GOAT of UConn's women's basketball?
In all time? Mm-hmm. You got to pick Diana Taurasi.
What about Paige and, you know, Nafise, and you got all of them? What about them?
Paige, I love Paige. I love Sarah Strong right now. I think she's a great player. I just like all of them.
Now, I'm going to test your basketball knowledge now. When was the last time UConn's women's lost more than four conference games in a season?
Can I, Mom, call a friend? Have they ever?
Is that your final answer, Mom? You got. When the last time UConn's women's lost more than 4 conference games in the season? Dun, 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 dun,
It was before I was born, so no, I'm not sure.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm gonna say before she was born too.
Both of y'all are wrong. It was 1992. But
That was before I was born.
1992. And who's your GOAT of women's basketball here at UConn?
My go-to?
Who's your GOAT?
Probably Taurasi.
So ain't nobody gonna say Maya Moore? Oh, what she done did for UConn's women's basketball?
There's so many good ones, but Taurasi.
Brianna Stewart 4 times in a row. Come on now. But Annette, I'm gonna send it back to you. The game's gonna be happening soon. People are excited, but for now, reporting live here at the Mohegan Sun Arena, Jalen Anderson, Fox 61.
Thank you, Jalen. He didn't hear me. I said, how can you judge their answers? But I get why you said that, Jalen. And of course, you all can watch this. We'll have it streaming on Fox 61 at 8 p.m. And we'll check back in with Jalen around 6:30 for an update. But he's having so much fun out there.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Always watching UConn women and men, for that matter, for all these years, over 30 years now, they've been so good, of course. So, yeah, early 90s was a long time ago. And, boy, Gino just keeps on racking them up. And he's doing it again this year. As far as our weather is concerned, I am going to rack up a nice dry most of the weekend. I'm going to be optimistic here. We have a damp start with a little shower activity tomorrow morning. But then we have a nice bright finish, chilly start, seasonable temperatures in the afternoon and evening. So certainly a nice weekend on tap, except for a little bit of rain tomorrow morning. Temperatures right now have warmed up significantly since the last couple of mornings, last couple of days. We're up into the mid 40s. Actually, now that the sun is down, temperatures are dropping a couple of degrees, low 50s still. We have a light wind going on, but with the cloud cover, we have a milder air mass in place, so I'm not expecting temperatures to drop off at all. This will be our rain for early tomorrow morning. A lot of that moisture may miss us, and we'll just be left with a couple of showers, especially northern Connecticut. Lows tonight, upper 30s to lower 40s. And yeah, we're going to time this out overnight. Clouds overnight, and then here we are. Check the timestamp. Here we are at 5 in the morning. We're getting a little bit of light rain and maybe a little bit of steadier light rain down along the shoreline. A few showers by 11 o'clock, and then during the afternoon, the clouds will break for some sun. So, yep, I'm going to stop right here. Again, expect a little bit of rain, more to the south. I'll be back in a few minutes, and I'll detail what you can expect for the all-important week of Thanksgiving. A lot going on across the nation. Details in a few minutes. Annette.
Thank you so much, Sam. Well, an investigation into absentee ballot fraud in Bridgeport has turned up even more charges for 2 people, including a city councilman. Newly re-elected Bridgeport council member Alfredo Castillo faced a judge today after being arrested on more absentee ballot fraud charges. Margaret Joyce, a Stratford woman, also faced a judge on similar charges. Fox 61's Alicia Hercules is in Bridgeport with the latest on this case.
Both Castillo and Joyce have been charged with possession of ballots and envelopes restricted in violation with Connecticut's general statutes. Alfredo Castillo faced a judge for the first time since he turned himself in.
Public defender is appointed to represent you, Ms. Joyce.
Margaret Joyce from Stratford also faced a judge in a separate hearing. Castillo and Joyce, along with 3 others, were arrested and charged with tampering with absentee ballots in the 2023 Democratic primary election. Castillo was first arrested in June 2024, then again in February 2025, tied to the alleged misuse of absentee ballots in the 2019 and 2023 elections. His third arrest came after he was accused of stealing votes in the 2023 primary. We're told his fourth most recent arrest came after charges were filed in connection to this year's election. Frank Riccio, Castillo's attorney, says despite these charges stemming from individual cases, these cases will be considered together.
Even though they are going to be considered collectively, they individually have to be analyzed. So it really contributes to either the strength or the weakness of the individual cases, and then collectively, how strong are they as a unit.
Riccio says these additional charges could also complicate possible talks of a plea deal.
Anything that we had previously discussed anyway, which was a little bit, we had small conversations here and there. That has to change because now we're looking at 4 cases rather than 3.
Both Castillo and Joyce are expected back in court on December 11th. In Bridgeport, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.
Right now, the city of Meriden is working to fix a water main break in Perkins Square, and this comes after a section of the pipe blew out this morning. Crews were first called around 8 a.m., but the damage has since expanded, which has forced police to block traffic on Hanover Street heading into downtown. Now, that closure is causing major delays. You can see it there, and drivers are now being told to avoid the area while the water department works to make repairs. Well, 4 Hartford men have been indicted on federal charges for trafficking firearms and fentanyl-laced drugs. Authorities say Antonio Baez, Corey Lewis, Javon Hutley, and Roger Moody were part of a criminal organization operating in the Evergreen Avenue area. Now, they are accused of selling deadly drugs and illegal guns. The indictment includes multiple counts of drug distribution, firearms trafficking, and unlawful possession. All 4 men pleaded not guilty in federal court yesterday, and authorities say this operation is part of a larger effort to disrupt violent crime in Connecticut. And 3 men have been charged in a violent carjacking and kidnapping in Danbury last August, according to federal prosecutors. Now, it's a crime they say targeted the parents of a man suspected of stealing hundreds of millions in cryptocurrency. Now, the suspects from Georgia, California, and Missouri are accused of masterminding the plot and directing 6 Florida men who carjacked a Lamborghini and kidnapped 2 people. Prosecutors say the 3 provided funding, instructions, and recruitment. All have been charged federally, including a charge that could carry a life sentence. 6 others have already pled guilty. Well, we've now just learned the first person in our state died from the flu. This season, the Department of Public Health says this person died the week of October 25th. Fox 61's Celine Arif shares why now's an important time to remember the flu's dangers as we head into the holidays.
We now know the first person who died from the flu this season was someone from Hartford County who was in their 80s. Doctors want you to know it's not too late to get the vaccine. A long walk every day is what Victor Adams says keeps him healthy in his 50s. That and trying to avoid respiratory illnesses that are on the rise when temperatures start to fall.
Like before the flu season starts, I go to my physician and he'll give me the shots and stuff that's necessary.
The Department of Public Health wants people to consider getting the flu vaccine like Adam did. They say the more people are vaccinated, the less strain hospitals will feel during this busy season with the holidays, which leads to cases spiking because of big groups celebrating together.
Of course we all do, family gatherings and stuff like that. But yeah, if everyone takes care of, doing what's necessary, it shouldn't be any issues.
Doctors say vaccination is even more important for those with the biggest risk for serious symptoms, like older adults, pregnant women, and infants like 18-month-old Roman.
We just got to make sure that all the kids actively know that touching other things and touching people throughout the day, it can get really germy and dirty.
Chris Williams says his son's safety and his other children's safety too is always on his mind this time of year. That's why he carries hand sanitizer around with them on walks and makes an extra effort to keep his family safe during the holidays.
With everybody bringing different dishes coming from different areas, Make sure we keep a lot of bleach and Lysol around. It's good to have that stuff. And then make sure anybody who's feeling wheezy, queasy, you just let others know.
And that's exactly what experts say can slow down the spread of diseases, along with masking if you have any symptoms. Connecticut's current vaccine guidance says everyone 6 months or older should get an annual dose of the flu vaccine, plus an updated COVID-19 vaccine. And people 60 or older and pregnant women are eligible for an RSV vaccine. Along with the flu, Connecticut's also had 7 reported COVID-19 deaths this season. In Hartford, Celine Arf, Fox 61.